You are enough, in case you didn't know. And record now. I'm enough. You are enough. We are enough. They're enough. Those are my pals. All right. Hit the road, dark way. You made me wait for you for nothing. While you contemplated other ghosts like lies surrounding you, and your eyes, in the eyes, in your mind, coming true like a fog that's lifting, that's been in you for so long. This isn't wrong. It isn't wrong now to admit you've been going on and round in circles on the same carousels built for one, and you weren't even having fun. You weren't even having any fun there, like they sold you, like they told you. So, no. I guess you have to be my prop. You ready? Yes. I was talking to my stuffie. To part 2 of the song. Let's see. Part 3, because part 2 is the part where I did nothing. So in the game, just move on. You know it's gone on too long. This pause in the road, this frozen avalanche. You know that it's been 6 whole years, maybe 7, maybe more, since you have opened up that door. Maybe 15. You don't want to wrong hand, but waiting your turn doesn't change anything. You gotta fix the game, you gotta fix things when you see they're broken. It's the natural way. You gotta fix things that aren't right, even if they're right for others, they're not right for you. And it's alright to say that. I wanted to fit this mold for you, to fit this mold you made in some dark place. Like maybe it's hell, this dark place where you learn these weird spells. Maybe it was hell. I know you're not supposed to call things out, 'cause it's not nice, and being nice these days is what the world is all about. But if you can't say anything nice, just say the thing you see in your mind. If it's true, if it's true, if you see the light they want to view you in, if you see the light that's coloring their skin like a ghost, like a shadow, just call it out, call it out. They'll try to twist your words, just call it out, call it out. They'll try to say be nice when you call it out, call it out. They'll try to say let me live my life, but you can let them live it and still call it out. You don't have to be nice to the evil in your brain that wants to steal your life by saying everything is equally right. It's not, and you know you've won, 'cause you've seen the way they talk about Nazis in this world. Can't be both ways. Hypocrisy, it's not both ways, and you know that, and it infected your brain, and you rooted it out, and they told you to just stay rooted and wait it out, but that was a lie, and you saw it from the inside, and they will make you try to be afraid of your own voice, your own hypocrisy, your own hypocrisy. It's what will be, will be, will be, will be. It's not my job to call this out either. I'm just a little child of God, like a soldier who needs soft things to feel okay, and I'm just soft on the outside, soft on the inside too, but imitating you, 'cause you told me to, but now I'm looking away from the lies I've been spinning, the lies I've been telling with my time. I see you like a great avenue. You were mine, you were mine, you were mine too. I see you, this beautiful energy I used, it ran the cute kind, like Muppets are. And that's where I fell short. I've been falling for your lies, falling for your lies, my whole life, my whole life, my whole life. Your words don't align with the truth. You gotta root it out, you gotta root it out. Your words don't align with the truth. And I've got to root you out, I've got to root you out. To be soft like a sea, wants to be all the lies you told when you were 23. The movies you claimed to like, the voice that you would always hide. You sounded like a nun, even way back then. But the Lord is faithful and will guide and protect you from the evil one. So I'll speak these words out loud. I will speak them in my heart and out loud now, and out loud now. I will speak these words out loud, 'cause you don't own my God, and they don't own my God. Those wolves in sheep's clothing, and some wolves aren't bad, they were just born that way, and they need to eat like I do. And hey, some wolves who feed the birds and will keep their word better than I do, than I do. Birds aren't inherently good. The softest things aren't less hypocritical, and wolves aren't inherently bad. I know you wanted me to believe you. When you told me to chase my dreams, and you really meant chase those wolves and get them to give you their money. Well, I can't do that anymore. It never made sense from the start. It was a waste of my heart. It never made sense from the start. And it was a waste of this big, great, bleeding heart. I don't have a voice right now, and that's okay. My heart has been afraid to speak for days or weeks or hours or minutes in cosmic time. It's a rhyme, I'm afraid to rhyme, and it's been my whole dang life, and you stole my whole dang life, and you stole my whole dang life, my whole dang life. Rooting out, rooting out, rooting out, rooting out, rooting it out, rooting it out. I don't need you anymore. Rooting it out, rooting it out, rooting it out. I'm rooting for you, little girl. Rooting it out, rooting it out, root it out. Bring it to the light, 'cause the light is always right. And it hurts like hell, but it's heaven and you know it. But it's heaven and you know it. Root it out. Don't cover it up with a drug. Don't cover it up with... Don't cover it up with a drug or with a word. Like later, it's always now. 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 Bring it to the light. Now, 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 now. Not after you make your money. Not after you go somewhere, honey. Somewhere else. No, bring it out now. 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 You may think this is crazy, but this is no different than doing vocal warm-ups. I can feel the block, I can feel the block, I can feel the blockage in my throat, and it wants me to think there's something wrong with letting it out. There's something wrong with coming to the light. It wants me to think there's something wrong with things that are right, with things that are right, with things that are right, and make me able to sleep at night. The things that make me able to be myself without your poison in my brain, without the ways you think I need to pretend to seem more sane. I know I'm sane, as sane as any Christian is, as sane as any Sufjan is, as sane as any Joanna Newsom is. I'm as sane as they come. I'm writing the rules, and you can write your own rules, and I can sing the rest of this song with tears on my face, and I'll hold them in place, and I won't shoot this gun. I will hold them in place, and I will let it all out. I will be myself here for everyone to see. But you don't need me, you just need the light, the light, the light. You know how it is, it's not in that anxious thought. You need the light, the light. showing you where it is. It's in your mind, it's in a song, it's in a thing that's in the sun, it's in a prayer, it's in a dream, it's in the way you hold that energy, and it can be done, it can be done, it can be done. It is done. I used to want to make YouTube videos and curated and crafted things like all of my helpers do, some of my heroes do, where they organize things. But that's not my gift. My gift is a softness. My gift is a strange way of being. My gift is free for you and for me. And so maybe I was never meant to make that formalized, formulated, perfectly sculpted, crafted TED Talk that would win me 1 million followers as I sit here with my 101 viewers on YouTube, having only lost 2 recently, not really gained any. And that's okay. Because the lies in my brain tell me it's not okay. And they want me to be anxious about it and waste my life on trivial things. Like how to change my optimization or any other silly, ridiculous thing when it's all about the light. It's the light on my face. It's the light in my heart. It's the part of me that wants to sing a song and break through the lies. There are lies that live in my throat that protect abusers, that have protected toxic relationships. There are so many. A man just smiled at me and it was very loving. There are so many lies in my heart and in my throat that protected so many people for 20 years, and I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to protect people, but I don't need to call them out either. That's not my job. Both of those options make me feel heavy and sad. Protecting you or revealing you. I don't want to do either anymore. I just want to let go and be me, not worry about your lies. Whatever lies were taught to me that I needed to be a certain thing in order to be successful or to be famous, as if that's some end goal. Is God in fame? Does God sometimes use fame? Does God sometimes take people who are sharing the light brilliantly and usefully and use them for his purposes? Sufjan Stevens is definitely an example of someone who I believe God is using, because the way he talks about God is accessible to all my wonderful indie hipster friends, and I love it. It's accessible to me during the chapters where I was either an atheist or a witch or was worshiping things that I didn't understand were not good for me, because at the time they felt like, a quick fix. Idols can even just be bad behaviors. I bought myself this soft pretzel stuffed animal because for 4 years I couldn't cope with the Trump presidency, except by eating soft pretzels, sometimes 2 of them a day, from this delicious bakery. And my boyfriend, being the loving man that he is, it was his idea. I'm not saying he's responsible for my 4 years of weight gain, but I'm just saying, it was his idea. He didn't mind the ways I was numbing out to be okay. I think he knew the combination of coping with staying in a place that I didn't want to be, which I had said in early 2016, and then which I was staying for him, but also, or to be with him, it's more accurate, but also, didn't know where I belonged yet. So I kept doing research. I thought I belonged in Seattle area. That was what I was going to do. It morphed a little bit to Portland at one point, but just because I thought Seattle was too big a city for my boyfriend. But anyway, those are just dreams I've had, dreams I've let go. Michigan is nice and beautiful, and I absolutely love the parts of Michigan that are right by Chicago. And that's where we're moving to. I thought I was going to move to the Southwest, like in the U.S., because I love New Mexico that much. And I haven't even rewatched any of those videos or songs that I wrote while I was there, but that's okay. I will soon. But the word Southwest is very lovely to me, so maybe I was just meant to move to the Southwest of Michigan. I bet I have to flag this as for kids because I have stuffed animals in it. I'm promoting cute stuff. Flag my trauma songs as for kids. I mean, I do realize, I know I'm talking really weirdly right now, like I'm not making any coherent points or sense or anything, but I do realize what a journey I go on inside of songs like that. I'm not blind to it. I know it seems maybe crazy. But... Oh, look. His name is Hedge P. No. Yeah. Hedge P Fun? I don't remember the... I think I put a D in the middle. Hedge P Fun. I made his last name Fun. But then Brian thought it should have a D too, so that he's Hedge Fund. I think it was Hedge D Fun. I don't know. Who cares? Whatever. His name's Hedge. Hi, Hedgie. I haven't named the soft pretzel yet. I just wanted to name him Potato, but that doesn't make any sense because he's a pretzel. I used to name things off tags when I was a kid. Well, now I really am making it about this adorable content. So now I probably do need to flag it for kids. But me and my sister, when we were kids, anytime we got a new stuffed animal, we named it off of a word on the tag. These are silly. He's made in London. Or Amsterdam. Or Minneapolis. This is the Jellycat brand. Suitable from birth. Aw, I could have had this pretzel since I was born. Missing out. I used to name a lot of my stuffies polyester. Just to be funny, because they all said that. Pellets. There's not really any good words. Fibers. Amusables by Jellycat. Oh, I don't know. London. His name could be London. I used to live in London. Just for one semester, but I loved it with all my heart. It's a hard thing sometimes as you get older to realize that the places you've been, whether it's for a semester or just a vacation, are places you'll probably never go back to. If you have an exploring heart and you want to see new places. So I have to remember to honor and love those memories of the UK because I might never go back. Which is a scary thought to think. And a sad thought to think. Not scary. There are actual problems in the world. I guess what I mean is like life is passing by, and when you think thoughts like that, like I may never go to London or Ireland or Scotland or any of those places again, and I only went to them when I was like a spaced out 21-year-old making a lot of bad life choices. It's like, oh, well, that's kind of tragic. But it's not like tragic like actual problems in the world. It's tragic like as in it's hard to sit with that and think it and not try to rewrite it by going again someday, or not try to rewrite it by, I don't know, by imagining it differently, by lying. That song was all about lies, the lies we tell ourselves to be okay, and rather than just calling out the dark. Like if I just say, that's the only time I'll have ever gone to the UK and Amsterdam, that was on his tag too. I went to Amsterdam and I thought I was dying when I was there. The one time I went to Amsterdam, sleeping on a houseboat, thinking I was dying. I never wanted to tell that story out loud, but it was because I had smoked way too much weed, which was legal there. Like an insane amount. And I saw like a Looney Tunes black hole closing when I was going to sleep. And I didn't do anything. I didn't touch drugs after that. Like I still drank. But yeah, being 21 and being wild and traveling through 9 countries is not really that great. Not advisable. And I don't know the solution to wildness in that age group. Because if there's tons of rules and repression in 16 to 17-year-olds, it just makes sense that the pendulum might swing a little bit. But I don't know. conversely, it's not like you can like encourage wildness in 16 and 17-year-olds. So I don't really know. I don't know, parents. I don't know how you do it. Have conversations, I guess. Talk about real challenges that come from certain choices and behaviors, I guess. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm just an aunt. I try really hard to be open and honest and forthcoming about things like that. About things that haven't served me. I guess that's also what the song was about, like darkness. Darkness can be as simple as like lusting for things or seeking things that you know aren't good for you, or like just seeking stimulation, like in terms of like going out, like I always used to do, you know, seeking, rather than being able to just sit in whatever you're feeling. Not cover it up with alcohol or drugs or anything, but to sit in it, and not to believe that it will kill you or that it will drive you crazy, but to believe that it's not you. All that darkness, it's like you're a magnet, pole, or something, and it's been attracted to you sometimes by not having ever been dealt with. And therapy maybe works for some people. It worked a little for me and also hurt me a lot, but you know, self-help books really helped me. Pema Chodron, Julia Cameron, Eckhart Tolle, those three. And lately, to really manage the darkness that I have felt literally magnetizing to me, like straight up evil, that I am like trying to like I've been reading the Bible more, and that is something I used to be ashamed of. Like, I was very ashamed to have become born again at 17, and I was raised in a Presbyterian church, so I don't even know why I was so ashamed of Christianity. Probably because I knew some people very intimately, and not in a good way, who were Christians in a very fundamentalist, loud Bible camps sort of way, like hosting Bible camps sort of way, and they were absolutely possessed by evil. Evil is another way, in a way of describing evil. It's the opposite of what I'm trying to do with my YouTube and my life. It's trying to cover things up, trying to hide flaws, hide mistakes, be defensive, distract yourself from the truth, distract yourself from reality. All of that is evil. Evil tells you that if people knew your tax returns, or if people knew your whatever, that you couldn't have X, Y, or Z. And so evil tells you to cover up, hide, keep secrets, just go get drunk, go whatever, you know. Evil tells you that you can't handle it. And maybe you, little tiny peon, you can't. I can't. Like, I started wearing, I had this in a dream, a little cross that had a yellow stone in it. I had it in a dream that I should get this for myself, but kind of like from God, which is really weird. But I just say that out loud now because I'm just like, well, I just am weird. I don't think everybody who has faith is anywhere near as weird as me, but maybe if we normalized weirdness, like we've normalized weirdness that's dark, like societal weirdness. Like I see people playing with kites and walking dogs and treating dogs like babies and like whatever. We've normalized every distraction from spiritual realities that's maybe weird. You know, all that's normal. You can have hobbies, you can spend every waking hour making your lawn look perfect. Like, all of those weirdnesses are normalized. But we act like it's so weird if you have a dream or a vision to buy yourself a cross from God. Like, that's weird. Like, I want to normalize weirdness as not weird. This isn't weird. This is great. I feel saved. I feel helped. I feel supported by positive light vibe solutions in the universe. And when I get severe amounts of anxiety, which has been happening lately, like, I want to normalize that just reading the Bible won't fix that, because like I was reading like some really violent chapters and it was not helping. And so like normalize like reading the Bible and reading Eckhart Tolle, or watching some law of attraction videos that remind you that like, oh yeah, like what's the best feeling thought I could have right now? Or you only have this moment. Like, this is it. This is all I get. This moment. And then you do it again. You wake up again. Now I only get this moment. And my view is beautiful. Look at Look at those people playing with kites. There's a channel. This river is like I had weird dreams and visions and stuff was passed on to me, like information I almost just kind of shouldn't even know, like about different spiritual realities that I wish I had never known, but people thought I was like some sort of white witch or something. But really, it was just that my grandma was a nun, and I was trying to stay tethered to what I believed, but I don't know. I've been manipulated and taken advantage of most of my life by so many different people in so many different realms, but the worst of it all was not the physical abuse. Like, physical abuse was the easiest to understand. Then, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse was the easiest for me to understand. Head thrown in the floor. It's awful. I should leave, but I'm not leaving. I don't know why. That one's very straightforward. Then I had verbal abuse from a different person. 9 years. Married it. Much harder to understand. Isn't that just someone being upset? Isn't that just somebody expressing themselves? Isn't that just somebody being more authentic than the rest of society? There's so many rationalizations. So that's harder to understand why we don't get away from that, and also, why it's, I don't know. I'm not even going to go down to that. But then underneath that would be like emotional abuse, where people are manipulative without ever even saying the words out loud. But they manipulate you. They know strategies, like storming out of a room. Storming out of a room, and then people in those future rooms, the same room with the same people in it, they never want to rock that person's boat. They never want to call that person out. They never want to say, hey, you're acting like a child. Don't say threatening things like I'm going to throw myself out of this van when we're all on the road together and we are trapped with you. That's emotional abuse. When you use extreme and inflammatory language to control the people around you. So that one was the most difficult to understand. And then my absolute worst abuse that I've ever experienced, because some people don't even believe in spiritual reality, was spiritual abuse. That was the hardest, and still is the hardest for me to untangle. Because it starts with the premise that you have to even believe that spiritual realities exist in the first place. Like, you would have to believe not only physical realities, not verbal realities. You have to, you see what I'm saying? Like, words, some people don't think words, like, oh, that's no big deal that he said that. He's just getting out his anger. No! Because there's an energy underneath it. And because it's a fine line. Everything's a fine line and a slippery slope to the next thing. And even if you think you're so perfectly good at controlling yourself in one of those realms, but not the other, it's like, no, I don't believe you. And spiritual abuse, yuck. All of them, yuck. Anyway, I'm going to go on with my day. I have lots of other places I wanted to stop. So thanks, South Haven, for the song and the rambles. And I will talk to you later. Bye.